Hello everyone, this is Haben, and I'm just here to talk briefly about equations and how you can use them to better understand mortgages. So when buying a house, most people take out what are called mortgage loans from a bank for the amount that they finance, which is essentially what they need to borrow because that amount is still unpaid, right? Think about if you want a house for $200,000, most people don't just have that sitting in their account, so they'll need to borrow it from someone who has the money, which is typically a bank. Now, banks are not like your best friends who are just gonna give you that money and you'll pay it back when you pay it back without interest. When a loan is given, you will pay extra, and that's something called interest. And you'll pay for the loan and the interest in equal monthly installments, typically over 15 to 30 years. So it's a bit of a long-term commitment. But as we'll talk later, there's many advantages to owning your own home. So this is just an example of what a home loan could look like. So we look at a $200,000 home, a 30-year mortgage with a lot of people put money down. This is called a down payment. And in this case, they put 20% down. So if you look at all of these different options, you can see that the interest rates are different. And as a result, the monthly payments are a little bit different. So even a small increase in your interest rate, so let's say either 3.5% versus 4.5% can really make a big difference over a lifetime in terms of how much money you end up having to pay for your house. So interest is a really important thing to understand. As you can see here, that this is just an example of what bill might show up. So the amount due in this case would be 2,000, and it actually says here on the bottom that if payment is received after a certain date, you'll be charged a late fee, right? So it's really important to understand what you owe each month and make sure that you're able to afford it. So what does math have to do with it? Well, obviously I showed you guys interest rates, so there's percentages involved, but there's some essential equations and formulas that you need to understand in order to see how mortgages work, and it's also going to help you build some number sense and understand how just changing one part of the formula can really transform your financial situation. So let's do an example. So let's say you buy a house for $250,000. Then you make a down payment of 15% of the purchase price and take a 30-year mortgage for the balance. So we're going to try to answer these questions. How much is your down payment? Okay, a down payment is what you put up front, which is an advantage because that's money you don't have to borrow and pay interest on. What is your mortgage? That's the money that you need to borrow, and so there will be interest charged to that. And then when you look at it, what is the total interest charged over the life of your loan if your monthly payment is $1,200? Okay, so let's start with the down payment. When people make a down payment, this is an upfront cash payment. So in order to figure out our down payment, we need to figure out what is that 15% of the loan. Well, it's quite easy to find a percent of a number. You just take the purchase price and you multiply it by the percent down, but you must turn that percent down into a decimal because that's how we can work with it. So if our purchase price of the house is 250,000, we're just going to multiply it by the percent down as a decimal, which is going to be 0.15. So our down payment is $37,500. So that's a great amount to be able to put down because you don't have to pay interest on it. Okay, well then what do you have to borrow? Well, in order to figure out what you have to borrow, which is the amount of the mortgage, you simply take the purchase price, which is what the house originally cost, and you subtract the down payment, what you were able to pay up front. So in this case, the amount of the mortgage would be 250,000 minus 37,500. So now your amount to finance your mortgage is $212,500. That is what you are going to need to borrow from a bank or other loaning institution. And the last question is going to pertain to what you end up paying extra. What's that interest that you have to pay over the life of the loan? Well, for that, you just have to look at what your monthly payments are going to be. Okay? Well, how do you figure out your total monthly payments? You take the monthly payment, whatever that amount is, You multiply it by 12 because there's 12 months in a year, and then you multiply that by the number of years. So if I have to pay $1,200 a month, well, I'm going to multiply that by 12. That's going to give me the amount I pay per year. And then this loan is for 30 years. So if I do 1,200 times 12 times 430, I end up paying $432,000 to take out the loan. So what is my interest? Your interest is going to be what you end up paying over time versus what you originally borrowed for the home. So, I end up paying, in this case, $432,000 over the life of the loan. The original value of the loan is $212,500. Remember, because you paid that little down payment earlier, so it's not 250. So I end up paying $219,500 more than what the house originally cost me to borrow. So then let's pause and think. If this is the case, if my loan ends up being as equal to the interest that I pay the bank, why do people buy homes? Well, I want you to actually think about that before I kind of gave you a sneak peek. But I want you to pause and think why someone would want to do that. Okay? Well, let's see. One of the advantages of buying a home is that the value of your home will increase over time. So when you sell it, there's a good chance that you might actually come out with more money than you started with. Okay? There's also tax breaks that come with owning a home. You have more choice in how you live, right? A lot of apartments say you can't have dogs, you can't make noise, you can't paint your walls. There's all these things you can't do when you rent. It also improves your credit score, which increases your buying power. And that's your ability to take out a loan for a business, take out a loan for school. There's a lot of advantages to having a high credit score. So my only tip with it is that paying a larger down payment and upfront will really, really help you, because then you won't have to pay as much interest for your home. So save up if you can. Let's do one more quick example, okay? Hopefully you got it by now, but just one more. It's a cute house, right? So let's say this house is $400,000. We're going to make a down payment of $130,000. And again, we're going to take out a 30-year mortgage. So what is the value of my loan? That's what I have to borrow. Well, I borrowed, the house cost $400,000, and I'm going to pay $130,000 up front, which means I don't have to borrow the whole $400,000. I only have to borrow $270,000. Okay, so that's going to be the amount of my down payment. Okay, if your monthly payment then is $1,350, what is the total interest charged over the life of the loan? So let's see what we have to pay over time if it's $1,350 a month over 30 years. Okay, well, it's $1,350 times 12 times 30. So over time, I end up buying or paying $486,000 dollars. So my total interest paid is going to be the amount that I pay over time, which is at $486,000, and I'm going to subtract it from the amount that I originally had to borrow. So if you look at the last slide, we had to borrow $270,000 because we didn't have that. We only had 130 of it. So in the end, you end up paying $216,000 worth of interest. Okay, so that just gives you a sense of how mortgages work. So now what your assignment is going to be is to complete the Google Doc. It's called Equations and Mortgages Practice. Please follow the directions carefully, especially when it comes to showing your work. And you could definitely refer to this presentation as you work through your assignment. And I will see you guys for more real life Algebra 2 videos. Thank you guys so much.